Good morning, students. So today we are going to start the next chapter in accountancy subject, that is accounting standards and international financial reporting standards. So in this chapter we will be studying about accounting standards and IFRS. In today's class we will be seeing what is accounting standards, what is the nature, objectives, merits and demerits of accounting standards. So first let's know what accounting standards is. Accounting standards may be defined as return statements issued from time to time by institutions of accounting professionals specifying uniform rules or practices for drawing the financial statements. So accounting standards, firstly they are return statements. From whom they are issued? ये हमारे जो अकाउंटिंग प्रोफेशनल होते हैं वो इसको इशू करते हैं एंड इसमें ये यूनिफॉर्म सेट ऑफ रूल्स एंड प्रैक्टिसेस स्टेट करते हैं जो हमको जरूरत होती है फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स बनाने के लिए. सो व्हाट आर फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स? इट इज ट्रेडिंग एंड प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट एंड अ बैलेंस शीट. So there are certain rules or regulations which need to be followed while preparing the financial statements. So accounting standards are these rules or practices which are drawn to be followed in case of preparation of financial statements. Next we have nature of accounting standards. It lays down the norms of accounting policies and practices by way of codes. So accounting standards will lay down the different rules, the practices, the norms which needs to be followed in preparing the financial statements. Financial statements of different units become comparable because there are certain set of rules which are followed by all the enterprises. It becomes very easy to compare the data of one unit to that of another. They prescribe a preferred accounting treatment. So accounting statements are written statements which will prescribe the accounting treatments that need to be followed by every enterprise. So because of this, it is very easy for the users to get the information of different enterprise. They provide information to users of financial statement. So we have studied in our first chapter that there are two users, internal users and external users. And the users need to get the information of the financial statement of every enterprise. So because of this accounting standards, they get advocate information about the financial statements. They limit their area within which accountant has to function, and in this respect they are just laws. So we have different laws in India. So accounting standards are nothing but they are the laws which are used in case of accounting, and the accountant will know how they have to function according to these accounting standards. Next we have objectives of accounting standards. To ensure uniformity in the preparation of financial statement. As there are certain rules or regulation which needs to be followed in preparing the financial statement, there will be uniformity in preparing the financial statements. To provide information to the users about the policies adopted. So the accounting standards will give the entire information to the users what policies and practices are followed by the enterprise, and they can get the relevant information. To remove effect of diverse accounting policy and practices. So there are different types of practices and policies which every accountant follows. But because of this accounting standards, what happened? The effect of diverse accounting policies and practices are removed, and there will be consistency in following the norms in case of accounting. To ensure consistency, transparency and comparability of financial statement. Because of these accounting standards, it's very easy to have consistency in a financial statement, and we can compare the data either of the same enterprise or different enterprise, and the entire data whichever we have received will be very transparent and clear. To improve the reliability and creditability of financial statement. So as there are certain rules and policies which are followed in preparation of financial statement, their data whichever will be collected will be reliable and creditable. Next we have benefits of accounting standards. They improve the reliability and creditability of financial statement. So there are different types of users who will be needing data of the enterprise. There are two users, again internal and external. They can be government, investors, creditors of the company, managers of the company. So they need the data about how well the enterprise is performing financially. So because there are certain policies and norms which will be followed in case of accounting standards, it will improve the reliability and creditability of the financial statement, and whatever data the users will be getting from these enterprise will be more reliable and creditable. They ensure consistency and comparability of financial statement. So in case of accounting, there will be different enterprises or enterprises of the same unit who will need to compare their data from one period to that of another. Because of these accounting standards, it's very easy to ensure consistency, and they can compare the data of different enterprise or the enterprise of the same unit very easily. Next, they help in resolving conflict of financial interest among various groups. So there are different groups in every company. Say there will be creditors, there will be investors, there will be shareholders. So there may be a conflict between them, that interest of the creditor may be different from that of the investor. So these accounting standards will help to resolve those conflicts among various groups. They significantly reduce the chances of manipulation and frauds. अकाउंटिंग में बहुत सारे मैनिपुलेशन और फ्रॉड्स होते हैं. हमारे प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में लोग प्रॉफिट कम दिखाते हैं ताकि वो टैक्स से बचे. बिजनेस में लोग बहुत फ्रॉड करते हैं, ये लोग रूल्स फॉलो नहीं करते हैं. सो दे मे बी वेरी डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ फ्रॉड्स एंड मैनिपुलेशन दैट मे बी हैपनिंग इन अ कंपनी. बट बिकॉज अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स lay down a certain set of norms, the chances of manipulation and frauds will drastically reduce. Next, it is helpful to auditors. Next one is helpful to auditors. So first thing, you all might be thinking, who are the auditors? ये नया word कहाँ से आया? So auditors are nothing but the one who audit the firm. अब आप पूछोगे audit क्या होता है? जो हमारे बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स होते हैं उसको हर साल इंस्पेक्ट किया जाता है. सो इंस्पेक्शन ऑफ बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट इज नोन एज ऑडिट. तो जो ये ऑडिट करते हैं उन लोग को हम ऑडिटर्स बोलते हैं. So accounting standard is very helpful to the auditor. It's the duty of the auditor to see that all the accounting standards have been followed by the enterprise. तो कोई भी अगर norm follow नहीं किया है तो auditor को पता चल जाता है, and he will disclose the entire information to the users of accounting information. That's the reason it is very helpful to the auditors, and the work of the auditors will be reduced. Next, we have limitations of accounting standards. So first one is restrict initiative. So accounting standards are mandatory in nature, and this they will restrict the initiative or presentation and disclosure. तो क्या होता है एंटरप्राइज में, उनको पता है कि उनको ये चीज फॉलो करनी ही है, तो वो रेस्ट्रिक्ट हो जाते हैं कि वो कोई इनिशिएटिव ले, कुछ नया प्रेजेंट करे या कुछ और सोचे. सो दिस बिकम्स अ लिमिटेशन ऑफ accounting standards. Next, we have rigid in nature. Accounting standards are very rigid in nature. Rigid मतलब these are something that उन्होंने बोल दिया है कि हमको फॉलो करना है तो करना ही है. It is not flexible and it cannot be changed easily. Every enterprise needs to follow these accounting standards in preparation of their financial statements. Next is based on historical cost. We have studied what is the concept of historical cost. It states that whatever we are writing in the books of accounts should be based on the cost on which it was purchased. So these accounting standards are based on historical cost. So this becomes one of the disadvantage of accounting standards. And because it is a limitation of accounting standards, there was a new concept which was introduced, which was known as International Financial Reporting Standard, which states that we should take into consideration the current cost and not the historical cost. Last one is obstruct the judgment of auditors. So the accounting standard will obstruct the judgment of the auditors, as accounting standards are mandatory to be followed. So this is all about accounting standards. Tomorrow we will be studying what is IFRS and the merits and demerits of IFRS. So that's all for today. Thank you.